Welcome back to another week of Cooking with Mr. Starr. This week we're going to make a very simple chicken and dumplings in the crock pot. With this recipe, if you want, you can add some frozen veggies or whatnot. We tend to add our veggies at the end. So to do this, I have 3 chicken breasts cut up. I have an onion diced up. I have 2 cans of cream of chicken, salt, pepper, a little bit of water, some butter, and some biscuits, which will turn into the dumplings at the end. Alright, to get this started, I'm basically just going to dump the onion in the bottom of the crock pot. I'm going to salt and pepper the onions just so they're seasoned. And because I want it to be flavorful, we're going to drop some butter in. Just a couple little... I'm only using about 2 tablespoons or so, by the way it's spread out. Alright, now for the chicken, I cubed it up. You don't have to cube it up. You can put it in whole and then shred it when it's done. Or you can serve it as whole breast, but I don't think that'd be as good. So we cubed it up. So I'm going to take 2 cans of cream of chicken. And this way I know the chicken's all good and coated. I'm just going to dump the 2 cans in here. That way I know they're good and all the chicken breast is ready to go. There we go. Alright, like I said, I'm just tossing the chicken around. I'm not doing any fancy techniques. I'm just making sure all the little cubes of chicken have a little bit of soup on it. That way it's as flavorful as possible. And we're just going to dump in here. Alright. Now chicken and dumplings tend to be kind of soupy, which is kind of what we're aiming for. So we're going to add enough water just to make sure the chicken breast all basically in there, and it'll help thin out the soup a little bit. You don't need a super ton of water. Like I only use about a cup or so, and then everything's nice and covered. As this cooks, the soup will break down. It'll make a nice mix, and then in about a half hour before it's ready, I'll use the can of biscuit to make my dumplings. If you want, I'm going low and slow for about 6 to 8 hours. If you want, you can go high for about 4 to 6. Anyway, I'll see you when there's about a half hour left of this wonderful chicken. Welcome back. There's about a half hour until dinner is fully cooked and ready. So right before I turned on the camera, I switched it up to high, just to get a chance to warm up all the way. Now we're going to make the actual dumplings. Take this off. I'm just going to give this a good stir in case it looks like it needs it. Alright. Now the easy part. I already popped open 1 can. You're basically going to take the biscuit dough and you're going to rip it into pieces and drop it in. Now depending on how big you want your dumplings, you can rip them into 3 pieces or 4 pieces per biscuit. If you want, you can do 2 cans, you can do 1. My wife and I will probably do 1 can because it's just the 2 of us, but if you have a family, go ahead and use more than 1 can. Just remember this dough is raw, so you don't want to eat it until it's cooked. So it should take about half hour, possibly up to 45 minutes. Take one out, see if it's still doughy in the middle. When it's all done, you have chicken and dumplings. Alright, I will see you next week with another recipe on Cooking with Mr. Starr.